Hello, Ricky here again for another video. Today we're going to be looking at Meissen porcelain, concentrating on a particular genre. And this would be a genre highly influenced by artists such as Watteau, who painted these courtly scenes with individuals being serenaded, with musical instrument, all set in landscape settings. Now this was to come to real prominence in Meissen from around 1740, where they would use it as decoration, particularly on their domestic services. In many ways, it was beginning to replace previous genres of painting, such as the chinoiserie, with the Chinese figures and Oriental landscapes. It was at this time that English landscapes in particular and these type of figures were being introduced. So let's have a look. So the first example I'm showing you, you can see a lady, and if I zoom in, you can see a small child. They're sat against this landscape with what appears to be a very pointed obelisk. Now this went hand in hand really with neoclassicism, which would come in the next few years, where you'd get this influx in kind of symbolism of funerary urns, obelisks, sphinxes, etc. And you can see this very elaborate gilding that runs right the way around the outside. And if we go to the right, we can see another example. Again, this very elaborate gilding. We've got this couple here. He's probably serenading this lady. And then you can see a much more clearly defined pyramid behind them. And then if I move down, you've got this another scene of courtly lovers. This one is a tea bowl. You can see this beautiful gilding as well on the inside. Moving across again, we've got a third example of a saucer, about 12 centimetres in diameter. Here we have a lady sat down, and you've got the stump of a tree with a gentleman leaning on it. Probably he's giving poetry readings to her. And again, as I say, you've got this lovely gilding. If I pull back and go down to the shelf below, we can see more examples. These are largely in puce. Here we've got a beautiful design. A gentleman, in fact two gentlemen and a lady sat down. Again, you've got what appears to be an obelisk in the background. This one's in a quatrefoil dish. Probably this was meant for butter. And then if we move across, another example. Again, you've got the obelisk behind them. You've got a gentleman there with a hat. The lady resting on what appears to be a big rock. And then if we go across again, we can see a gentleman with a gun this time. We've got a lady up against what appears to be an urn. And you've got this lovely background, this check border. Now this was introduced really in the period of the 7 Years' War. So between 1756 and 1763, when Frederick the Great invaded, captured Dresden and captured Saxony just down the road and took over the factory. And really from this time you start to get these intricate designs around the outside. Here we've got another one. We've got another neoclassical urn. Another man serenading a lady. And then we've got this example right at the end. Another quatrefoil shape. Here you've got flowers in the two end panels. You've got flowers in the middle. And again, courtly lover scenes at the top and the bottom. So moving back, here you have those influences from Watteau. And just one last thing, we've got a figure here. Watteau also did figures from the very popular Commedia dell'arte at the time, and this is Harlequin. And Harlequin also appears in these type of paintings. And if I just go back down again, you can actually see Harlequin talking to a lady just there. And there you have them once again. Thank you for listening.